Good evening. Thank you for trusting KREM 2 News at 5 as your news source tonight. I'm Cody Proctor. One person is dead and 3 more are in the hospital tonight following an early morning shooting in North Spokane. Now concern grows in the community, knowing this wasn't the first shooting this week. KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk is joining us now live with more on what police had to say. Kyle?
Well, Cody, detectives were on scene here for 12 hours today gathering evidence. It's a very large crime scene, and this marks the second shooting at a Spokane park in just the last 2 days.
The Franklin Park playground wrapped in red and yellow crime tape as police investigate an overnight shooting that happened just after 3 in the morning.
The first calls came in, one call was just people screaming. You had some reports of people being shot. And when officers arrived, they had 2 gunshot victims here.
Officers found one person dead in the street and another victim shot in the face, but still alive. A short time later, police learned 2 other shooting victims had been dropped off at a hospital.
Some of the reports did make it sound as if there had been some form of altercation that devolved into a shooting.
Those gunshots rang out in this residential neighborhood as people slept. Just 2 days earlier, 4 people were shot at Dutch Jake Park in West Central Spokane. There's no indication the shootings are related. If you add those shooting victims to the latest crime report, it shows that aggravated assaults are up 5% compared to this time last year. But Lieutenant Terry Pruninger says that doesn't provide a full picture of what officers are really dealing with.
Something like this, like a homicide, is well documented and easily reported. What people need to remember is there are a lot of crimes that are extremely violent that actually don't get reported as a violent crime.
He says police frequently respond to shootings and find shell casings, but victims aren't always eager to work with police.
At times we'll even find blood or a blood trail, and no one calls in to say they were a victim. And the people that were doing the shooting certainly are not calling us and turning themselves in. But you have serious crimes, first-degree assaults taking place, but because there was no one deceased, or the persons that were injured chose not to seek medical care, and we didn't find anyone there when we arrived, they escape any documentation in a violent crimes database. The volume of those has increased significantly. I have not seen this level of violence in the 30 years that I've been here.
The playground on the south end of Franklin Park was taped off for more than 12 hours, evidence markers scattered across the parking lot. Detectives went door to door asking neighbors if they had any video of the crime or if they witnessed it.
Now, so far, no suspects have been arrested. If you have any information about this shooting, you're asked to call Crime Check. That number is 456-2233. Reporting in North Spokane, Kyle Simchuk, KREM 2 News.